Matthew Phillips. Matthew, just state your name and your date of birth.
It's Matt J.P. Phillips, 3874.
3874?
Yeah.
And also in the room with me is Matt's friend, Chris.
Colleague, he's a media representative of King Cop Lock and New England CopChasers.com.
Chris, what's your full name?
Christopher Wade.
And he's
Last name again? I'm sorry.
W-A-I-D.
W-A-I-D. A-I-D, I'm sorry. And when's your date of birth, Chris?
I prefer not to give that.
Okay. And Chris is here as a colleague. He's just here documenting it
Yeah.
on video.
Yeah,
and
for media only, yeah.
media only?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just because we're in the police department and we're in this room with the door closed, I'm just advising you, you're not under arrest. You're here of your own free will.
Yes.
This is for interview purposes. The door is not locked. You can stop at any time. Feel free to leave, right? The door is not locked. You know how to get out. If you have to leave, go out to the door and just go out to the front lobby. You understand all that?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, you're free to leave at any time. You get that? Okay. So we're here today because you lodged a complaint against Detective Brown.
Yes, and a secondary complaint on Lieutenant Mucci.
Okay. Lieutenant Mucci did fill out your complaint card, which I have here.
Okay. Even though on the phone he refused to.
Okay. And I'm reading you this. This is a synopsis of the complaint. This is just a synopsis of what was dictated.
Yep.
J.P. Freeman, which is you. That's just a name you use.
Oh, I haven't used that in years. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's scratched. It's
Okay.
just a Liberty activist name
Okay.
that I had a few years back, but I haven't gone by that in a long time.
But you have gone by that in the
Yeah.
past. Okay. So Matt Phillips, aka J.P. Freeman, reported that Detective Brown prohibited him from lawfully video recording a motor vehicle stop when Detective Brown threatened him and assaulted him as he escorted Freeman an unreasonable distance away from the area of the stop, infringing on his right to lawfully record the stop.
That's correct.
That's correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I want to make sure we do this, as they say, by the numbers, okay? So this is the citizen complaint oath and affirmation. I'm sure Captain Tesh has gone over this with you before.
Yep.
So I'm just going to show that to you. If you want to read that aloud, I put your name in there for you just so you wouldn't have to write it down the
So
whole.
Matthew Phillips, do hereby swear and affirm the foregoing information provided to me is true and complete account to the best of my knowledge and belief. Matthew Phillips, understand that any deliberately false, misleading, or untrue statements, accusations, or allegations made by me orally or in writing to any person involved in the complaint investigation may cause me to become subject to a criminal and/or civil prosecution. I, Matt Phillips, realize that because of my complaint or allegation, it may become necessary for me to meet with an investigator of the Manchester Police Department for an additional interview or discussion relative to my complaint or allegation. I acknowledge that the accused member may be present during the interview or discussion and that the members' presence will be at the discretion of the Manchester Police Department. I, Matt Phillips, realize that the investigation into my complaint or allegation may result in criminal administrative hearing. I am aware that as a result of my complaint, I may be required to testify at a criminal administrative hearing. I hereby agree to cooperate with the investigation into the complaint or allegation and further agree to testify at a hearing necessary to adjudicate the matter stemming from my complaint. Are you a JP or?
Yes.
Okay.
You understand all that?
Yep.
Okay.
And for the viewers, JP means Justice of the Peace. That means he can swear me in on the complaint. Just if the confusion of the JP.
It's not JP, it's
Yeah.
Justice of the Peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of times in the state of New Hampshire, a lot of the cops are notaries or Justice of the Peace is sworn.
So if you would just sign right there, it says that you understand all that.
So he made a complaint card the night I called, or was it the next day?
The date I have on this is March 2nd.
So he did fill it out the night I called.
That would be the date.
Yeah, so I'll scratch the complaint on Mucci for not taking the complaint because apparently he told me on the phone he's not going to.
Oh,
and
he filled it out.
Yeah, so he did.
Okay.
So I'll
Matt, what's your current address?
current address.
Yeah, or an address I can use for you.
It's 63 Emerald Street, Keene, New Hampshire.
What's the zip code?
03431.
And the best phone number is the one that I've been calling you at?
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Have you ever worked for a law enforcement agency?
Nope.
You never worked for any law enforcement agency?
Actually, I did. Detailing.
What do you mean detailing?
I clean their cars.
But you never worked for a law enforcement agency as a police officer, a sworn officer, in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Okay.
That's the relevance of that question.
I was just wondering. I was just curious. You seem to know a lot about law enforcement. I figured maybe you would work before.
No.
Okay.
Did you end up dropping the videos on CD?
They have them, yeah, off YouTube. I'm going by the one you sent me on your
Oh, okay.
email.
Yeah, and I just want to make a statement now that that's not altered, cut, trimmed.
Yeah, you told me that on the phone. It's not.
Or
You
edited.
said it was uncut, unedited,
that's
unaltered in every way, shape, or form. Even though it was posted, you said raw right to YouTube.
Yep. I know I'm not tech savvy enough to start doing
Me
all the
either.
cutting in.
Okay, so I just want let me pause this right here. I want to make sure. So I'm going to show you the video that you sent me, and make sure this is the video you're talking about.
JP from NewEnglandCopChases.com. We have That's the one.
Right, this is the one we're talking about with Detective Brown.
Yep. The autofocus don't work too good when it's 20 below. Must be part of that ghost unit. Now, I'm sure when you viewed the video, the reason why I chose to move by them then is because he allowed civilians to go by. So I wanted to go by at the same time because at that time I thought it was safe because he let 4 civilians walk right by him.
Walk by this way on the sidewalk.
They came this way and I walked almost simultaneously.
But on this side of the street.
Yes,
yeah. Okay.
yes. So what I was planning on doing is going behind to get the plate number. If you look at all my videos, I always get the plates.
The plate of the vehicle stopped. Or
No, I try not to tape and take video of civilians unless they are being arrested or something like that. So I try to just focus on the police and public officials. But usually I want to get the plate. That's why I walked by at the same time. And he said he didn't even see him, even though they walked right by him.
Okay.
And it clearly shows him lying right on the video.
Just curious, what do you do if you're taping and the civilian that they stop says, "I don't want to be taped," to you, tells you, "I don't want to be on film"?
It's a public forum. It's
Doesn't matter. You'll tape them anyway.
Well, I usually try to explain. I'm trying to get the police officers to make sure your safety. Make sure you're safe. If there's a kid in the car, I pan away from the children, and I let them know that I'm not taking the children on video.
But if the person that the police are speaking with asks you not to tape them, does it matter?
Nope, it's
Okay.
a public forum. See the people walking by?
Yep.
I chose the same time, and he immediately targeted me.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna make sure you get out of here. You gotta go all the way back to that driveway right there if you could. Okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you in court then, sir.
For what? I haven't done anything.
Yeah, you're moving me out of the way for freedom of recording you. That's what
I don't care if you record me. You're gonna do it back there though. It's called officer safety.
Officer safety, so you let those people go right by you. I had them on camera. You didn't let them move away.
I didn't even know they were there, sir.
5
Keep
freaking
going.
people just...
Keep going.
Nice detective. What's your name, sir? Badge number?
Detective Brown.
Detective Brown?
Yep.
Alright, I'll see you soon.
Can't wait.
I have an active lawsuit against you, man.
Not me.
Yeah, you. You guys, yeah.
No, not me,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. So this is not far enough?
No, the corner's fine.
Oh, the corner?
Yep.
So you're basically hindering me from getting anything.
Right
that
there
you
is
have
where he
access
pushed
to.
me.
Video camera with zoom on it. Get going.
Zoom on it. Get your supervisor here right now.
It's not working tonight.
You don't have a supervisor tonight?
I do. It's not working.
Alright, then call the state police.
Well,
You're under
I'll call
citizen's arrest.
Keep
Yeah, you
going.
are. I'm just putting you under citizen's arrest.
Try to land a finger on me so it happens to you.
Oh, is that a threat? Are you accosting
It is
me?
the threat.
Are you illegally accosting me?
I'm warning you.
That's not a warning, that's a threat, sir.
No, it's not.
Man, you need to learn who you're talking to, man.
I know who I'm talking to.
You...
Back there, though. It's called officer safety.
Officer safety, so you let those people go right by you. I had them on camera. You didn't...
Just
let
backing it up, I wanna see the part again.
Sir.
5 freaking people
going.
just...
Keep going.
That's where he pushed me.
What's your name, sir? Badge number?
Where did he push you? How did he push you?
He hit me in the shoulder and said, keep going.
I have an active lawsuit against you.
Right after I said that 5 people walked by him.
You guys, yeah.
No, not me,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. So this is not far enough?
No, the corner's fine.
Oh, the corner?
Yep.
So you're basically hindering me from getting anything that you
I
have
have
action
a
in.
video camera with zoom on it. Get going.
Zoom on it. Get your supervisor here right now.
And he lied to me right there.
You don't have a supervisor tonight?
I do.
Told me there was
Alright, then
no
call the state
OIC on.
police.
Well,
You're under citizen's arrest.
And that
I'm just putting you under citizen's
Moochie
arrest.
filling that out proves he lied.
try to land a finger on me so it happens to you.
Oh, is that a threat? Are you accosting me?
No, no,
Are you
it's called-
illegally accosting me?
I'm warning you.
That's not a warning, that's a threat, sir.
No, it's not.
Man, you need to learn who you're talking to, man.
I know who I'm talking to.
You do? Who?
You cool right here, dude.
Who am I?
Don't move.
Well, it's up to me to determine my safety, sir. You just moved me out of the zone of free press.
And this-
Detective douche.
Now the second part of the complaint is I'm clearly away, not moving towards him, and he called 3 officers to keep me there, which was unnecessary. It's illegal intimidation.
But at this point, it pretty much ended your contact with Detective Brown, because you stayed back.
And it ended my contact with capturing the stop itself. It violated my right to record. But just in about a minute, not even, a cruiser pulls up and 2 more, and 3 officers were standing around me the whole time until they
This is
left.
an unreasonable response, so I cannot pick up anything, what's going on here, because this douchebag Brown guy moved me out of the way so I can't pick up anything. Because he's a fucking dickhead. They want to do things illegal, that's why they don't want you to see them.
You're out there by yourself at this point?
Yep. And the cruiser pulls up and 2 more actually. I don't know why that was necessary. It was clearly not going toward me. Not even a threat. In the second video I sent you too, I was no threat there either. This is just active procedure, it looks like, with these ghosts.
Those are separate incidents though, right?
Yep.
Different nights?
Yep. Same pattern though. And they focused on the civilian there, trying to get the civilian to say they don't want to be videotaped. For some reason Manchester thinks it's illegal to videotape them. It's not. It's not wiretapping in a public forum. Nobody has an expectation of privacy in public. Here comes the second cruiser.
This one right here pulling out?
Yep. One came up behind me and there's another one right there. See? That was the first one. And a third one pulls up afterwards.
63467.
Howdy.
Howdy. Yo, Lieutenant Detective Brown's a dickhead, man. He isn't like the press watching him. Hey, can I speak to a supervisor, please? I'm on the phone. It's a
Oh, this part you've called into the station?
Yep. Oh, whoever your supervisor is. What's that? I can't hear you that well. Yes, please. Yo, I see. The one that's supposedly not there. He's not working tonight.
I think he means his specific supervisor.
This is JP. How you doing? Hey, I know I haven't talked to you in a while. Hey, I was trying to videotape this stop. I don't know what street this is because I don't know Manchester well. Do you know what street this is, sir? Ma'am? Street? Yeah. It's Main Street. There's an unmarked car here. I was at a... What's that? JP. Well, I filed a complaint on you. It was founded because you didn't file a complaint on my behalf. You don't remember that? JP Matt Phillips, NewEnglandCopChases.com. Yeah, you know me. Oh, that is my real name. It's Matthew John Paul Phillips. Matthew JP Phillips. That is my real name. I'm here videotaping a traffic stop with an unmarked car. I was at a pretty safe distance. You know I've been doing this for a very long time, and I was threatened by Lieutenant Brown, Detective Brown. I told him to not walk so close to me, and he says, why don't you put your hands on me and see what happens. He moved me pretty much, I would say maybe 25 to 50 yards away, so I can't see or hear anything, so he hindered recording. I was at least a 5-6 car lengths away from the stop, and he walked right up to me with his flashlight in my face. He obscured the camera, and now I'm at a point where I can't get the interaction at all. So he's hindering freedom of the press and the freedom of right to record. Well, he literally let 7 citizens walk right by him, and I have that on video. And he didn't say anything to them, and they walked literally right next to their car and walked by them. He literally walked and chest bumped me all the way to the corner, so he actually physically touched me. So I want to file a criminal complaint on simple assault on him. Well, I gotta be in a court case in Boston, Mass tomorrow, so I'll probably just email her. He was referring me to Captain Tessie.
Okay.
Take the complaint now? They're refusing to? Okay, because I was told it goes to the OIC first. That's how the process works. I'm just reacting now. I mean, you were in trouble for this before. You know, you feel... Actually, I got the letter. The letter says my complaint on you was sustained, sir. Well, I'll email it to you, because if you're lying to me right now, I'll just get you on another complaint on that. Alright, well that's not how the process works, so I'll just file another complaint on you then. You're looking at the timestamp.
I'm just seeing how long the video.
That's how it is. You know? That's how it is. Have a good night.
What did you use for a camera on this? Is this a cell phone or is that camera?
Yep, it's an HD. Talking about Christian Horn with his 2 felony assaults down in Cape Cod. I'm not a free stater, man. Never said you were. I'm telling you I'm not. I don't care what you said. You guys can't be trusted. You guys here for me? Why are you standing next to me? Because I can. I
not allowed to?
Well, you're posing me as a threat, so can you please move it along? Nope. Why?
I felt like standing right here.
You felt like standing? Well, you're in uniform, man, and I'm above you, so why don't you move it along? Okay. Public has jurisdiction over you, not the other way around, Bad Bully. What's your name and badge number?
Olson, 5'9".
Olson?
Yes, sir.
And yours, man? So, basically, what's going on here is I was removed, as you can see in the video.
That zoom is from that little camera?
That pole just beyond
It's
the-
much better when it's warmer.
You know,
It doesn't work
he
too well
literally
at
just
night
bumped me all the way to this position.
when it's 20, like,
And it wasn't
well,
a
it's like
lawful
5 below, but
thing
felt
for
like
me in the
19.
process.
That's pretty good.
This is that
Still can't get the plates though, or listening to them, or any interaction they're having with someone in public. In the non-corded off area, non-danger area.
And it's like, it feels like 20 below. I'm gonna go in my bag.
I
and
kind
get
of felt
winter gear so I
bad
can
for
get
her
fucking
because she
jumpy
didn't have
and
no winter
bitchy
gear.
on
She was
me,
actually
man.
shivering.
It was very cold that night.
Yeah. She was not wearing a hat or gloves or anything.
I got no weapons. Use my mouth.
I actually made a comment about it.
Saying you felt bad that it was cold out there.
Yeah, I said I should file a complaint out for you guys not having winter gear.
Wow, you guys really don't like people watching you, huh?
If I can hear
I'm doing jumping jacks.
Oh, keep it warm?
Yeah.
Because Nance likes to break the law.
Running in place, I think.
Free fucking Glick versus Cunniff, man. Cannot hinder the right to record.
I was repeating Glick versus Cunniff.
Can't invoke laws to stop recording. Traffic stops in the public need to be
Is the audio for this recorded through the camera too, or do you have a separate mic for that?
No, this mic is for him. We've been doing that to catch a better audio. He came up with
But
that.
this audio from this video
it's
is...
just the camera.
Just the camera?
Yeah.
just attach this in the injunction I already have against the Manch PD.
Yeah, this right here is for
Captain
his.
Tessie's gonna love that.
I have no idea how this works.
No, I'm saying the audio's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but there's another female cop to my left, out of the view of the camera. I think I get her once or twice.
I like to file a complaint on the freaking Manchester PD and not give you guys some good winter gear.
See, it is the winter gear. She's shivering. She's shaking. She's so cold. Oh, that's when she comes. Yeah.
Okay. So that is the video.
That's the video.
That's the video in its entirety.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it stopped because my battery died.
Okay.
Yeah. My purpose for going out that night wasn't for videotaping police. I was actually going to a Free State Project meeting on a maybe about a block and a half away from there. And I saw the blue light, so I got out and wanted to recover some of the footage from it.
Okay. Had you had any contact with Detective Brown ever before this day?
No, I've never seen it before.
Never seen him before?
Nope. No, not to my knowledge. No, I got 800 something videos, man.
But I mean, nobody you remember? You don't
No.
remember having any dealings with him?
No,
Never
I
been
definitely. He's got a pretty strong accent. I think I would have recognized.
Never been stopped by him before?
Him. No,
Okay.
no, I don't drive, so
For any reason?
yeah,
Anything?
nope.
The subject that's inside the car that the officers stop, you didn't know that person personally?
No.
Had no idea who that was?
Nope.
Okay.
You know, I usually try to get those to make sure that if the driver or the subject says I don't want you looking in my car, I want to make sure the police don't search his car illegally, you know, things like that. Make sure his rights are protected.
Right.
If they ask, I usually tell them it's in a public forum. I'm sorry, but I'm watching the police. You know.
Right.
Because you get hecklers a lot, but not Manchester. I don't usually get heckled.
But that person that they stopped, you had no idea who that was?
No,
Never had
never
any contact
seen-
with
nope.
them, never seen the person before in your
No,
life?
never in my life.
Any of the officers there, had you had any contact with other than...
I don't recognize any of them there. No.
Okay.
No, I might know 2 or 3 by name. Captain Tessia,
Right.
Mucci, because I've had sit downs with them. Chris Day,
Okay.
Officer Chris Day. It was weird because I had a 45-minute conversation with him one night on rules of engagement, and it was literally an hour and a half before you guys had that shoot. 2 of your officers got hurt.
Okay.
The same night there. So I know him by name, but other than that, I don't know any of them. I know Battistelli. I know of Battistelli because of the complaint I had on them. Christian Horn, and I forgot the other 2 that were listed. I think 4, and that complaint was sustained as well because they failed to identify themselves. And then I later found out Christian Horn was charged for 2 felony assaults down in Massachusetts, but he was still working.
Okay.
So I thought that was funny.
All right, so you're just driving by or walking by?
I was a passenger of someone.
You're a passenger of somebody?
Yeah, I told him
and-
to stop and let me out so I can catch the footage.
Okay, so you just happen to be in this area, a
Yeah.
passenger in a vehicle, sorry.
Yeah, it was random.
Cell phone goes off all day, apologize.
You married?
Yeah.
Well, that's why.
So you're a passenger in a vehicle and you're driving down the street, you see the blue lights like they're affecting a stop, you want to take footage of it so you get out and start your camera rolling?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I chose to go by the scene at the same time the pedestrians were, because at that point I felt if it was safe for them, it would be safe to me to go back, try to get those plate numbers on the 2 police vehicles. But
Okay.
you know, to no avail. He targeted me instead of them.
Okay, so we watched the video together and I'm just trying to recap through. So you get out of your car, you start to tape. At some point you catch the eye of Detective Brown.
I think there was 4, maybe 3 or 4 detectives.
But he's the one who speaks to you.
Yeah, he's the one that targeted me. Yeah.
Okay, you didn't have any contact with the other officers that were there, other than when you were just
No.
making small talk towards the end there with the 2 officers.
The uniforms, yeah.
Yeah, 2
Well,
uniforms.
there was 3 at the end, but yeah, the 2 were there first. Yeah.
So Detective Brown comes over to you and tells you to back up a safe distance while you're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And when I went to explain that, you know, 4 or 5 people just walked by you, that's when he shoved me in the shoulder.
He shoves you in the shoulder. Which hand did he use?
If he was standing this way,
Yeah.
it was his right.
He used his right hand?
Yeah, his left hand right here. He used his right and pushed me on my left shoulder to forcefully spin me around.
His right hand.
Yeah.
Be your left shoulder? Shoves your left shoulder?
That's correct.
And you said he did it like how hard? I mean, enough to spin you around, you said?
I wouldn't say hard, but definitely to get his point across that he wanted me to turn around and move to the corner.
Okay.
It wasn't a hit,
But enough to spin you around? To turn you?
Enough to try to make his way, yeah. Kind of like a light shove, I would say. But he did not hit me. But unwantedly touched me to forcefully move me to. And he was literally, throughout the whole time, I don't know if you knew, but he's literally walking up against my leg while I was moving back, like almost touching me. That's how close he was. He was in a very unfair.
How close would you say he was?
4.5 inches from my face.
4.5 inches from your face?
At least, yeah. Off and on. Because a couple times he backed off, a couple times every time he got irritated he got closer. Anytime I threw out a law at him or a right, he tried to do that authority thing. And it's what we call badge bullying.
Badge bullying?
Yeah. That's our phrase. My phrase. He knows I can't touch him. He knows I can't, get him away from my person or protect myself because the stand your ground law don't apply to police. The only thing I have is the video camera, my right to record, and freedom of speech. That's the only right I have at that moment. And my right to put him under citizen's arrest for assault.
At any time did Detective Brown, other than what you've told me here, put his hands on you?
No, that was the one time.
Okay.
Besides light brushing all the way there.
Okay.
Intimidatingly light brushing.
And when you say he threatened you, when did the threat come?
It's when he said, put your hands on, when I said, you're under citizen's arrest, he says, put your hands on me and see what happens.
Okay.
That was not only accosting, which is against the law, but it's threatening me.
And I think it was either this video or the other video that you sent me. You make mention that, I don't know if you say in the video, he thinks I'm a free stater.
Yeah.
But you're not from Cop Block?
No.
No. What's the organization you represent?
NewEnglandCopChasers.com.
New England Cop Chasers?
That's correct. I used to do stuff with New Hampshire Regional Cop Block, which is no longer around.
Okay. Do you have another employment, another job?
Yeah, I do logging.
Logging?
Yeah.
Is New England Cop Chasers, is that like
It's a media site.
a media site?
Yeah.
And you the founder and the
Yep.
person that runs the site?
Yep.
Okay.
It's decentralized, so there's really no head. So anybody that becomes an admin is on their own. There's no hierarchy or chain of command.
But anybody can log onto the site and go check it out?
Yep. Nobody's blocked. Yep. That's a blog site. It's a blog.
Okay. And at one point, I saw in the video, you asked Detective Brown for his name and his badge number, which he provided you.
Yes, he
Which
did.
is how you got it, because you didn't know who he was before that.
Yeah. Not his first name, though. I didn't know his first name. His rank and his last name.
Okay.
You on the tactical team here?
Not anymore.
Your family must have a sigh of relief on that one, huh?
Nah, you know. You like Matt or Matthew?
It don't
Or
matter.
JP, what do you want me to call you?
It don't matter.
Doesn't matter?
No.
Okay. Matt, would you, if you don't mind, would you provide me a written statement of just what you, we talked about here today, what you said happened?
It was March 3rd, right? 2nd.
I have it down here as March 2nd.
Alright.
March 2nd, and I believe the time of the actual stop is around 7:15, if that sounds right to you.
You get something to eat,
I
man.
know.